In 2024, over 5 lakh Indians visited Turkey and Azerbaijan, drawn by cinematic appeal, cultural landmarks, and easy connectivity. Indian travelers, spending an average of Rs 1 to 1.25 lakh per trip, have become significant contributors to these nations' tourism-driven revenues. Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Azerbaijan welcomed a 68% increase in Indian footfall from 2022 to 2024. With average stays of 4 to 6 days, Indian tourists brought in Rs 1,000 to 1,250 crore annually and supported 20,000 tourism jobs. Streamlined visas and direct flights from Indian metros have made Baku a rising hotspot. Turkey too saw growth. From Istanbul to Cappadocia, Indian tourists spend 7 to 10 days on average, boosting its economy by up to Rs 3,350 crore a year. Indian investments in Turkish hotels and hospitality have surged, indirectly creating nearly 60,000 jobs. But the recent geopolitical developments have prompted concerns. Both countries, Turkey and Istanbul, supported Pakistan's call for a neutral inquiry into the Pahalgam terror attack following Operation Sindoor. Their position has caused discontent among Indian citizens. With world-class destinations like Kerala, Ladakh and Rajasthan at home and friendly nations like Thailand and Vietnam abroad, Indian travelers have many options that align with national interests and values. Choosing to explore destinations that reflect India's ethos isn't just smart, it's meaningful. Travel with purpose. Let's look into today's headlines. Viral cyber-attack rumors debunked. No ATM shutdown. Dance of the Hillary is a hoax. A viral message circulating on WhatsApp and social media claims a ransomware attack by Pakistan called Dance of the Hillary will shut down ATMs across India for 2 to 3 days and damage phones if a specific video is opened. However, these alarming claims are completely false and have been debunked by the Press Information Bureau. Authorities urge the public not to believe or forward such misinformation. The panic stems from fake news exploiting India-Pakistan tensions, highlighting the need for digital vigilance and responsible sharing online. The rupee suffers sharpest fall in a month amid India-Pakistan tensions and recovers slightly. The Indian rupee dropped sharply on Wednesday, falling by 0.47% to 84.92 per dollar during the day, its biggest one-day fall in nearly a month. This decline was caused by the rising tensions between India and Pakistan and a stronger US dollar. However, the rupee recovered some ground later in the day, likely due to the Reserve Bank of India asking state-run banks to sell dollars. It finally settled at 84.83 per dollar. CCPA cracks down on e-commerce giants for selling unlicensed walkie-talkies. The Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is CCPA, has issued 13 notices to major e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, OLX and IndiaMart for listing and selling unauthorized walkie-talkies without disclosing required frequency and licensing details. A preliminary review revealed hundreds of such listings, raising concerns about regulatory violations. The CCPA, in coordination with the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Department of Telecommunications, plans to introduce formal guidelines to regulate the sale of wireless communication devices within approved frequency ranges. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India suggests 5-year spectrum allocation for SATCOM services. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has recommended a 5-year spectrum allocation for satellite communication, that is SATCOM services, extendable by 2 years. The pricing for spectrum usage is set at 4% of adjusted gross revenue for satellite service providers. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has also proposed a 12-month deadline for the installation of satellite gateways after receiving government approval. The recommendation applies to both geostationary, that is GSO, and non-geostationary satellite services, aiming to streamline spectrum usage and enhance satellite communication infrastructure in India. Panasonic to slash 10,000 jobs amid major restructuring effort. Panasonic Holdings is planning to lay off 10,000 employees, that is 5,000 in Japan and 5,000 overseas, as part of a global restructuring plan aimed at streamlining operations. The move will cost the company 130 billion yen, that is approximately $895 million. President Yuki Kusumi expressed deep regret and announced he would return 40% of his pay. The company reported a 17.5% drop in net profit for the fiscal year ending March and anticipates further profit decline in the current year. Early retirement options will be offered to some staff. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for more news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.